the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins on Thursday night.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. A good one here in the AFC East. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of a possible 17 years. For the last 4, it's belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach, new era. We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo. But I think if I'm a New York Jets fan with Aaron Rodgers back under center healthy, and what Mike McDaniel is building down in Miami, you said it. This is really a division that over the years was a one-horse race. And now, I think all 4 of these teams entering the season think this division goes through them.
Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that one is caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Now he'll run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. He's got it at the 3. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
I feel like every time I watch him, I come away with this, like, throwback feel. I mean, the way he plays the position, he is not going to look to slide. He is not looking to avoid contact. He kind of plays this game like it was played years ago at the quarterback position. And now, Mike, let's be honest. It's very easy to do it when you're usually one of the biggest guys in the field, the fastest guys in the field, and has the biggest arm. So the physical traits allow him to play that style, but he is just a blast to watch and somebody you can just tell truly loves playing the game.
16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to come back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Here's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. In motion, Shakir. On third down, it's Allen. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
On fourth down, on is Sam Martin to punt. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Man in motion is Berrios. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua gives it to Mostert. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Man in motion is Berrios. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Big Ed Oliver there on the tackle. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Looking for Berrios downfield. And he's got it. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big-time play for the Dolphins. Pick up of 46 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Man in motion is Berrios. Here's Mostert. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Achane. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
They'll run. It's Mostert. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills' offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He's got that complete to Knox. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Putting the tight end in motion. On first down, it's Allen. That's to the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Allen going to throw again. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Wow, so they decide to challenge them on the ground on 3rd and goal, Mike, and this defense answered. I think the takeaway is pretty clear. Next time you found yourself down in this situation, you got to throw the ball.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This about as short as you can get. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's Tua now on second down. They try to set up the screen to Mostert. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Tua. That one brought in by Berrios. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The Bills offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's got it to the 14-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive.
All field goals in that first half. 6-3 the score at the break. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Pass interference. Defense. Automatic first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. He gets it to Samuel, left side. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Yards are hard to come by there. They work it down to the 37-yard line. Second down and 8. Now Allen. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And this is a big problem going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They go play action now. Here's Allen. To the sideline, he's got Coleman. Third and long. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
No touchdowns for either side. Maybe we'll get our first here. It's 1st and goal. They'll send their tight end left. To throw again, it's Allen. That is caught by the tight end. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Anytime you're playing zone defense and everybody's eyes are on the quarterback, it's really easy to lose sight of some of the receivers. That's exactly what happened here. He started all the way on the far side of the field and worked his way across. Found a soft spot in the zone, and quarterback's able to put it on him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Tua gonna throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Again, it's Tua. Quick throw here is complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Tua to throw again. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Tua now on third down. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
14 on the pickup. 1st down, Buffalo. From the gun, Josh Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Pass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills are going to open up the lead to 8.
Dolphins 9.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll find Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 1st down.
Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing again, it's Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Tua gonna throw here on 3rd and 1. He'll go right and find his running back.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down. If he doesn't pick up the extra yards after the catch, they've got a 4th down play call they feel great about, and we're going to see what it looks like.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get about 5. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Allen going to give this to Davis. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Cook. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Bills bringing on the punt team, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
2 and out on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. So a road win here for the Bills. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from South Florida.